Before Jack the Ripper, before the Zodiac Killer, there were the Harpes. They didn't use clever ciphers or cryptic letters. They used hatchets. This is the bone-chilling, true story of Micajah and Wiley Harpe, two men who rode through the American wilderness leaving a trail of blood, fear, and silence. And it all began with a mysterious disappearance in 1797. Clapperboard, if you're new here, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into America's darkest crimes. Turn on that notification bell, because the next story might just be in your hometown. The late 18th century was a chaotic time in America. Fresh off revolution, the newly formed United States was an untamed land, especially in the Western territories. Law enforcement was scarce. Justice was often delivered by vigilantes or not at all. In this wild, fractured world, two men emerged from the shadows, Micajah Big Harpe and Wiley Little Harpe. No one knew exactly where they came from. Some believed they were loyalist militia members turned outlaws after the war. Others whispered they were brothers or cousins. What everyone agreed on was this: wherever the Harpes went, death followed. In the fall of 1797, near Knoxville, Tennessee, a family vanished. A man, his wife, and their infant child, last seen traveling west by horseback. Weeks later, a trapper discovered the gruesome evidence: the husband's body dismembered and burned. The wife had been brutally assaulted, then left in the woods. The baby was never found. Locals began murmuring a name, Harpe. But by then, the brothers were already gone. Between 1797 and 1799, the Harpes became infamous across Kentucky and Tennessee. Their murders were random, unsparing, and unusually cruel. They weren't robbers. They didn't have a cause. They seemed to kill for sport. A man was found disemboweled by the roadside, his body stuffed with stones. A child's body was discovered in a river, weighted down with rocks. A tavern keeper who dared to throw them out was found with his skull crushed. One report said they murdered a sleeping man just because they were bored. They traveled with 3 women, wives, captives, or both. The women, often abused, remained eerily silent. They bore children during the spree, some of whom mysteriously vanished. Every town between the Cumberland and Ohio rivers was on edge. Posses formed and bounties were placed. Still, the Harpes vanished into the forests each time. In July 1799, a farmer named Moses Stiegel returned to his cabin and found his infant son murdered, his skull bashed in with a rock, his wife unconscious. The Harpes had stayed the night and left just hours earlier. That was the last straw. Stiegel, armed and enraged, joined a posse and pursued the Harpes relentlessly. Days later, they caught up with Big Harpe in Kentucky. After a short gunfight, Stiegel himself delivered the fatal blow, slashing Big Harpe's throat while he begged for water. Before dying, Big Harpe confessed to over 20 murders. Some believe the true number was higher. Wiley Harpe escaped, but only for a while. Wiley Harpe took on a new name, John Seton, and joined a pirate gang on the Mississippi. Years later, he was arrested, recognized, and hanged in 1804 in Mississippi for his crimes. The women, broken and traumatized, were arrested but later released. Their stories, fragmented and horrifying, suggested years of abuse, captivity, and manipulation. The Harpes became legends, boogeymen in American folklore. But their terror was real. They are considered America's first documented serial killers. The case of the Harpe brothers was a turning point. Their spree revealed the urgent need for organized law enforcement in the frontier. It spurred governors to strengthen territorial justice systems and encouraged frontier communities to become more vigilant. But it also left scars. To this day, places like Harpe's Head in Kentucky, named for the spot where Big Harpe's decapitated head was placed on a stake, stand as reminders of the terror they caused. It's easy to forget that America's bloodiest crimes didn't start in alleyways or big cities. Sometimes they began on dirt roads, in thick woods, in log cabins when no one was watching. Let us know in the comments. Should the Harpes be remembered as outlaws or monsters? Don't forget to subscribe for more haunting stories from America's past.